It is the bottom of the fifth inning with the Rays and the Dodgers. The Rays are currently up 4-2, but we are having some issues later on this game where the Rays actually end up losing the game. We're going to go over some things for the pitcher in this inning. It is nobody on, nobody out. Very nice and fresh. Righty versus lefty. All right? So if you're up by 2, as a reliever, he is a reliever, you want to attack, you want to get ahead, and let's just see if he does this. We also have some things just about bunting and also staying ahead on hitters. So here we go. The first pitch right here. It's just not competitive. I mean, look at that. It's right there low and in, a couple balls off the plate. Like that's not competitive enough, you know? So here we go. 1-0 count. Another not competitive pitch. So now we are behind 2-0 to a very good hitter, okay? With that being said, as a pitcher, now you have to start attacking him. It is nobody on, nobody out. A lot of good guys are in this lineup, but he is just falling behind. This is not a good situation to start. So we go 2-0, and he attacks him, and, you know, we're late on a fastball on a 2-0 count. So there's something to be a little weary about as a coach there too. Like, what are you looking for? You want to attack that pitch and probably try to pull it, right? And we'll see that in a later at-bat in this video for a 2-0 count. But anyway, we have the 2-1, and he goes again with a fastball right on the dot, on the black. That's pretty good. It's a great pitch, and the hitter was on it this time. Okay, now we're 2-2. And it's just, again, not a competitive pitch. Imagine if we got 0-1 or 0-2, right? And then we throw a pitch like this to get the eyes set. If you're ahead in the count with a pitch like this, it's going to be very, very useful. But 2-2, now you're full count. With a full count pitch, you got to attack. You can't decept the hitter anymore. So now with 3-2, we got to try attack. And it's not even close again. So we just walked the leadoff hitter to start the inning. And guys, hitters, pitchers, anybody that wants to play baseball, leadoff walks will hurt you most of the time. All right? They will. So next batter. Here we go. Very competitive pitch, but still inside. Ball 1. I'm not going to be upset about that ever, but we need to start attacking next, okay? Next pitch. Another very competitive pitch. It's called a ball. I still won't be that upset, but I know we are in a very bad situation now because the hitter can really attack this next 2-0 pitch. Okay? So with that, it's a ball about 2 to 3 balls off the plate, but you saw how the hitter completely attacked this pitch, right? He is on time because he's allowed to do this. He knows a fastball's coming 2-0. He knows it, right? And I love how he attacks this ball, but he pulls it foul because it is a ball anyway. But it's just a great swing. That's a great thing any coach wants to see on a 2-0 hack right there. That's perfect. So now we're 2-1. Great off-speed pitch. Look at that, right on the black. But the hitter's on it. Fouls it off. Very good pitch, 2-1 count. That's great. Every coach would be happy about that, hitting your spot, executing on a 2-1 count. Now we are 2-2, and a great 2-2 pitch. The hitter muscles it up, gets it into the outfield. That's just tough luck because that's a great pitch. But what would happen if by the way, what was that? What is this? What is that? Like, what? But anyway, if you're starting behind, like you're not going to have a lot of good opportunities for success. Imagine if you're 0-1, 0-2, right? The opportunity you have for more swing and miss stuff, to maybe throw pitches a little bit out of the zone versus a 2-2 count, right? So, way to throw that pitch, it's just we need to start getting ahead now, okay? So now we see a bunt attempt. One thing that I want to say for any hitters, okay, with runners on first and second, and we're trying to bunt, get your feet up in the box. Scoot up in the box. He is behind. You see there's still a lot of room in the batter's box that he could have easily come up on. And because I say this, if you are up in the box and you're the closest you are possible to the field, you have much more of an angle on both sides of the plate to get the bunt down. Also, the closer you are to the pitcher, the less break you're going to see on pitches, like a fastball that comes in, right? It might be more flat before it gets that last inch of break because you're so far in the box, versus a slider that comes in and breaks. Maybe it doesn't break as much when it's more in the strike zone. So we want to come up and we want to look for strikes, okay? So he's already behind, and first off, that's a ball. But look at this. He bunts it not where the location is, right? I guess he does. But he could have bunted it probably right around there, right? Maybe a little bit more towards the strike zone to get it down if he got up in the box. And please trust me, this is very true. Just it's a game of inches, right? And you want to have the best opportunity you can when you're bunting, okay? So he fouls this one off. Not a good start with runners on first and second. And then the broadcast didn't really do a good job recording this. This is like literally the point where they record it. So the ball's already coming, and that's a strike, right? It gets a little bit of run at the last second. It could have been right down the middle when he bunted it. Let's just say right here. Maybe right here, but like he fouls it off, right? So now we are 0-2 in a very bad situation. Now we're at the battle. Also, let's mention, way to throw strikes when someone's trying to bunt. I know the first one wasn't really a strike, but the next one was. So good job there. And now you can attack. You can go high with a fastball 0-2 to get the eye level a little changed, right? For more mix. But let's back that up a little bit because I'm all over the place. It's a great pitch. It's a lucky hit by the hitter. Muscles it into the outfield. So 2 unlucky hits. And the outfielder in this situation, if you are so far in, you have to realize how fast the runner's fast. The guy that is running around third base is not that fast. So, as quick as you can, throw to the cutoff. Boom. Great job. He's staying at third. Bases loaded. No outs. Great job by the outfielder. Now, we have a new pitcher coming. He's a lefty facing the lefty-lefty matchup. The reason why teams do this is because if a lefty throws a breaking ball, which is the off speed, it breaks away from the hitter, and it's way harder to hit a ball that's moving away from you rather than inside, because if you throw a breaking ball from a righty inside, you still have a lot of bat and a lot of time to pull the ball down the line. But if you're going and you're breaking, and let's say he starts swinging and it breaks away from him, he's going to be early out in front and he won't have any chance at the ball. He has to stay back on a lefty-lefty matchup. So this is a great matchup for coaches out there. Bases loaded, get the lefty-lefty matchup to really limit the damage here. Really good move there. So we got 0-0, and he attacked him right away. It was a ball. It was a great pitch. Hitters, if your base is loaded with no outs, you got to find your pitch. If it's a breaking ball that's off the plate, that is not your pitch. That's a bad swing by the hitter. Now we're 0-1. Same thing. We're just making multiple mistakes as hitters, not really knowing the situation. But notice how the pitcher, I'm going to go back on both pitches because I think it's important, is that he threw 2 off-speed pitches. It's called the sweeper. As you can see right there, the sweeper, 81 miles per hour. It's not a fastball. So he is trying to get the ball breaking away from the hitter, okay? And look at swing and miss because he's early, all right? Now this one, he has better timing, but he still fouls it off really badly. Breaking away is way harder to hit. So good job by the pitcher right here. So now we're 0-2. We have a lot of things we can do here. It's just not competitive. It's a fastball. Sinker 97 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. But we want it more, I'd say, inside. Bring it up. Maybe even bring it down. But don't. This is like 5 balls off the plate. That's not competitive at all. It's not going to help anybody, right? So now we just gave him a free ball. And then we just throw a sweeper into the dirt on a 1-2 count. That's not going to help anything. He had such great pitches the first 2. They were in this zone, those sweepers. But now it's over here, not competitive. And guess what? We are 2-2. We are 2-2 again. a great sweeper. But because he's throwing the sweeper so much to the same hitter, he times it up and he gets a really good swing on it, right? He fouls it off, but he is on this pitch. He absolutely is on this pitch, okay? So pitchers, if you are throwing a pitch over and over and over again, please mix it up and not only throw it outside, start throwing some stuff inside, maybe up a little bit, right? Change the eye level of the hitter, no matter how good they are, right? So now we're 2-2 again, and we're just not competitive yet again. We're making mistakes because the hitter, let's think about his perspective. He has taken easy pitches, but he battled off some sweepers in the zone. So this is a very good job with the situation. You're battling to get your pitch. That's amazing work by this hitter. We have gotten to our 6th pitch of the at-bat because of this, right? This is pitch number 7 coming. So we come here, and he squares up this sweeper. Again, pitchers, why are we throwing sweeper after sweeper after sweeper after sweeper? They're going to start squaring up the ball. Now, you got lucky here because he pulled it down the line, but that thing's probably 100 miles per hour off the bat, right? So we're still full count, right? And with the hitter's perspective, he's seen a lot of sweepers and he's seen a lot of wild. He's not really going to expect a fastball for a strike or, I guess, a sinker in this situation. He's going to be looking off speed. And he gets the off speed. Again, great pitch, but because he keeps throwing the off speed, he can foul it off to battle. And what do we do here? Another sweeper for no reason, and it's off the zone, and now we walked a run in. Now it's 4-3. And by the way, the Dodgers win by 1. They won 5-4. So first off, the leadoff walk completely affected this inning. And second off, if we are just going to keep throwing the same pitch over and over and over again, you're going to have situations like this where it's not successful. And then for hitters, with bunting, get up in the plate, right? Have a better angle for the bunt. And actually, this hitter, way to battle, out of way. So that's this game situation today. I hope you guys learned a lot. That's just from the perspective of me being a coach. And I'm glad to be back. So we'll see you guys later.